The Waves EV2 doesn't sound bad, but it doesn't sound as good as the Waves E channel that they did the first time. I'm going to show you a trick on how to get a great sound out of it, and pair with the 1176, this may just be the 2 plug-in vocal chain or the 1-2 punch that you were looking for. Hi, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Fuego. If you haven't yet, please get subscribed and click the like button. All right, so before we move on and get to work and show you how I use it, show you these different settings, let me play you the vocal and get familiar with the material that we're going to be working on today.
Can't even express emotions, stay low key cause snakes approaching, pull up and my homies come kill commotion.
All right, so first thing I'll do is hit the split button down here, and that will put the filter before the dynamic section. And another thing to note is if I wanted the EQ before the compressor and the gate, the dynamic section, I would hit the channel out button. So we don't want that. We'll keep the EQ where it is and keep the compressor where it is, and dial a little bit of filtering right around 80 Hertz just to filter out some of the sub frequencies, and move on to compression. So with this compressor, every time you compress something, it has its own makeup gain, so it'll add that extra signal that it thinks that you're losing, which sometimes you may end up with a little bit of added gain, so we'll deal with that at the end. Another thing to note is every time you hit this button here and this thing's lit blue, you have engaged the fast attack function. So on this one, we won't be needing fast attack, so we'll switch that off and slow the release all the way down to as slow as it'll go, to make sure that we don't introduce any pumping to this compression. All right, so let's hear the filter and the compression.
Can't even express emotions, stay low key cause snakes approaching.
All right, so before.
Can't even express emotions, stay low key cause
after.
Can't even express emotions.
And a lot of that is that extra added gain that you're hearing as well. So let's move on to a little bit of EQing. So we'll put a shelf right at 12, 13-ish and boost that to about 3. So a little goes a long way with this EQ, so that's something to keep in mind as well.
Can't even express emotions, stay.
And that's just a little bit of shelf at 12K.
Can't even express emotions.
It's already very bright. So another thing we want to do is put a boost right at 4 or 5K-ish. And another thing I wanted to do with this boost is open up the Q just a little bit. And if you are new to audio production or engineering, a Q is the value or the bandwidth of the boost. The Q stands for quality, and I guess it's the quality of the boost. You can have a quality of slim, or you can have a quality of not so slim. So you can open that up and close it as you wish. But when it's open up wide, sometimes, and with these plugins, there's not a lot of visual indication. First you'll have these, but if you don't have these 2 little icons down here, you can even listen to when the groups of frequencies affected is getting wider. You can't miss that. You can hear it. It's not a subtle effect at all. So here's what this boost sounds like. It's a little mini boost, and it's right around 1 little mini boost.
Can't even express emotions, stay low key cause snakes approaching.
All right, so the vocal has gotten pretty detailed. We're gonna get it a little bit more detail when we put another boost at almost 2K-ish. And this one is going to be also a mini boost with the Q opened up a little bit.
Can't even express emotions. Stay low key cause snakes approaching. Pull up,
you know, add a little chest to the vocal. Now, if you want some body, you're gonna have to go towards where the fundamental frequency is and dial up another boost. You know, it's usually around 233. You know, in that range, 250ish. In that range there. This one's also gonna be another small mini boost, you know, right before the 3 there. And we're gonna keep that also a bell.
can't even express emotions. Stay low key cause snakes approaching.
Before,
Can't even express emotions. Stay low.
you know, you add that richness, that body to the vocal.
Can't even express emotions. Stay low key cause snakes approaching.
And after.
Can't even express emotions. Stay low key cause snakes approaching. Pull.
All right, so the compressor and all the frequency boosts have added quite a bit of gain, so we're gonna bring that down just a tad.
Can't even express emotions. Stay low key cause snakes approaching. Pull up and my homies come kill commotion. You
All right, so before,
can't even express emotions. Stay.
after.
Can't even express emotions. Stay low key cause snakes approaching.
Now, the 1-2 punch. So the second combination, the second jab is gonna be 1176. And as I dial up this setting, I'm gonna explain I'm gonna tell you a little story about this setting. So we have this attack at the 2 o'clock position, 10 o'clock position, and the release at the 2 o'clock position, which is the 5 there, ratio at 4, and then the gain, the output and the input gain, you know, which will indicate how you set your threshold right here. Well, you can adjust that to taste. So the 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 4 p.m. is a study that was conducted by Dr. Pepper, you know, the soft drink, the soda beverage drink. So they figured out that most people loses energy right around 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. So they came out with an ad saying that, you know, maybe around 10 a.m., 2 p.m., or 4 p.m. Actually, and 4 p.m. you can have yourself one of them sugary drinks and get your energy back. So engineers thought maybe would have been hilarious to try that on 1176. Ended up working. So you can try that on a variety of material and it'll work. You know, whether it be vocal, bass, or guitar. It usually works. If it doesn't work, you know, it takes a little bit of a tweak, you know, get you where you need to be. But this was inspired by a Dr. Pepper ad. So till today, we'll use this, and you'll hear people in the studio talking about the Dr. Pepper setting on 1176. So here's what that sounds like.
Can't even express emotions. Stay low key cause snakes approaching. Pull up and my homies come kill commotion. You not real, I don't get the notion. Looking at my life, a lot of shit was broken. Never said shit, I was soft spoken.
Yeah, so I'm looking to do like 3 dBs of, you know, 3 to 5.
Can't even express emotions. Stay low key cause snakes approaching. Pull up and my homies come kill commotion. You not real, I don't get the notion.
All right, so before.
Can't even express emotions. Stay low key cause snakes approaching. Pull up and my homies come kill commotion. You not real, I don't get the notion.
After.
Can't even express emotions. Stay low key cause snakes approaching. Pull up and my homies come kill commotion. You not real, I don't get the notion. Looking at my life, a lot of shit was broken. Never said shit, I was soft spoken. Nighttime, I would hear the frogs croaking. Going through a lot, so I'm off the potion.
All right, so your two plug-in vocal chain with the 1176 EV2 Waves and whichever 1176 of your choice will get you that same result. So you can either copy these settings or play around with your own settings, but this is a really good chain if you don't want anything complicated, which in this case we don't want anything too crazy. You know, the vocal's already pretty good, so we just want to get it to that next step. So all right, thank you so much for watching. I've been Fuego. Please like, share, and subscribe. hit the bell notification icon, that way you don't miss any of these great tips on how to get your mix all the way up to par with the pros. All right, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks. Peace.